Let's go through LeetCode 1166 design file system. So for this question, we are asked to design file system, right, which allow you to create a new path and associate them with different values. So we need to implement two functions. One is to create a path, and there are two parameters. One is the path, another is the value. Another function is to get with a path, which returns some kind of value. So the path is we know for the Linux path is like a tree structure. There can be something like A, B, and C, right? And also on the A it can be A, D, whatever, F. On the D it can be also G, all those kinds of trees, right? So you say that when we create a path, if we are able to create a path and assign a value, then return true. So what does that mean about we are able to create a path is that if, for example, it says that if the path already exists or its parent doesn't exist, then return false. That means if we have we want to create for example, A, B, C, right? This kind of path, if B does not exist, then we're not able to create C, so it will return false. Or in another scenario is that when we're trying to create a path A, B, C, this kind of path is already exists, it also return false. So only when there is, for example, /A/B, then in this kind of scenario, if we want to create a /A/B/C, we are able to create the path return true, and also we assign the value to the last folder. So we know the file system is like a tree structure. So intuitively, what thinking about is that we can create a child class or child data structure. But comparing to what we do for child traditionally, right? Comparing to traditional what do for child, we usually have 26 use a 26 array, right? 26 character array from A to Z, or use a bit 1 to 0, right? So the size is fixed. But now we know a child node, right? For this kind of path, for example, under A, right? We don't know how many child it will create, right? It can be /A/B/C/D, right? So the size is not fixed. So what we think about that, instead of use an array, we should use a map for the channel, right? So we should let's write, right? We should use a child structure plus child node, right? So we know there should have a map. So the key will be the folder, right? So what I mean is that, for example, we have this path A, B, C, right? So we know if we separate split this kind of path by slash, right? So we'll get A here, right? So the key will be this string we get. So the value will be another child node, right? So child node. So it will be a map, right? So because we want to store these kind of values to it, so we need to, in our constructor, we can pass in the value as a parameter. And let's have another property. Private int public int value, right? So we know map equals new hash map, right? So it's this dot map is new hash map, right? And also we have this dot value equals value, right? So this the value is this one, right? And this value is the value we are we passing. So for this class we need to have a child node root, right? So let's see this root equals new child node. We can set a constructor as any integer, right? Whatever, because we never use this one. So let's use -1. And create path, right? So we know for the child, we should have a child node will have a current equals root, right? So this there is some kind of logics we need to analysis here, right? So we'll see the path is separate the folders every layer by the slash, right? So intuitively, what we think about is that we convert this to string array. We call DRS, okay, equals the path dot split. And we know for Linux path, it always start with an slash, right? So we are going to actually, the first element is an empty string. So what we do is that we are going to for int I equals 1, right? And what we do is that intuitively, what we think about is I smaller than dirs dot length, right? But this question is that it said that in the middle of this path, right? In the middle of the path, it does not exist. For example, A, B, C. If B does not exist, we should return, instead of create a B, right? We should return false. So what we're thinking about is that we handle this kind of scenario special individually for the middle of the path and all the last node folder, right? So for the folder in the middle part, this kind of string and this kind of string, we handle them individually. So in this case, let's do in the middle part is that I small then DRS length -1, right? Then I plus plus. So we'll say if parent dot children let's call it children. It's the map, right? Children. Parent dot children contains key, right? The TRS. If contains key, then we can go to the next, go to its child. If doesn't contains key, right? We just return false. And then if contains, right, we just have this current equals current dot children get strs. Right. Now we move to the last the for example, we want to insert the ABC, right? So after this one, we move to the second to the last folder, right? So we are moving to this position, right? So we want to check whether the last folder exists or not, right? So what we do is that we need to check if current dot children contains key strs should be the last one is n -1 if it contains key, right? So we don't have n. Let's have in here int n equals drs dot length. If contains this, right, then we should also return false. We cannot insert. Otherwise, we can create a new channel, right? So current dot children put ATRS and a -1, right? A -1. New node. value, right? So we want to have set this node f value return true. So this is a create path logic. So for the get query, right? So we also need to have the char node parent equals root, right? And also we need to have a string icrs equals path dot split. Split as change this one to array, right? Also, because the first string is a empty string, so we need to print the second one, right? For int I equals 1, I smaller than str s dot length, right? I plus plus. And now is that if this folder does not exist, then we return -1, right? If parent dot children contains key, if it doesn't contains, right? Doesn't contains strs, we just return -1, right? And otherwise we just return parent dot value. Okay. We have named this one to be strs. Yeah. So if doesn't contains key, return -1, otherwise return new channel. Let's look at. So we have smaller equal to current put a -1 new channel. Oh, that means that we need to move to each other, right? Current equals current the children get TRS I, right? Move to each other. Okay. So doing like this, we are using a char data structure, right? So the how can we say the time complexity, right? Time actual space complexity it will be better than linear because the data we use one node to save to save the comma part, right? So it save spaces than linear, but for the time complexities that every one, if there are it's also linear operation, right? So yeah, so this is the using char to handle this question.